Warning. Profanity. But just a little. I misspelled that.
Well, it's day 4 of VEDAug 2025, and I'm feeling a lot better. I don't have a fever anymore. I ate something and didn't throw it up. I'm not 100%, but, well, let's put it this way. I feel like poop, but not like shit. Anyway, in the early 60s, possibly the late 50s, Swedish author and publisher Astrid Lindgren, you may have heard of her, commissioned Norwegian-speaking Finnish writer and artist Tove Jansson to illustrate this. You can probably figure out what it is. Maybe if I... Do I also have to add a second B, or is it obvious? Yes. This is a Scandinavian edition of The Hobbit. It was initially published in Swedish, and then in Finnish, which is what this edition is, and then finally in Norwegian. And apparently this version with these illustrations is only allowed to be published in those 3 languages. As you can see, one thing here, Ms. Jansson depicted Smaug as having 6 legs. I was going to point out that Tolkien depicted him with 4 legs, but come to think of it, we only see the front legs there. We assume they're rear legs, and maybe there could be another set of legs. Then again, this is presumably Smaug here, and he definitely only has 2 sets of legs. And that drawing is on the map that's in the Scandinavian version. Oh, speaking of the map, you'll notice the runes are different. The dwarf runes are based on Viking runes, or standing in for Roman letters, and so they spelled it out in, well, in this case, Finnish. Here as well. The Finnish word for door definitely does begin with an O. So, let's take a look inside.
Far over the misty mountains cold.
And this, of course, well, maybe more so this one, is the most famous or infamous illustration. This is Gollum, and apparently later editions of the English language version of the book changed his description a little bit, so it couldn't be misinterpreted this way. Wait, are those elves? What the... Lake Town. Well, you get the idea, right? Well, incidentally, I did buy these books just so I would have a prop. Actually, I do have several Moomin books, but I didn't have this one. This is the first one, and it was actually not translated into English until fairly recently. And even then, it was at first only a limited edition printing. But, okay, I'll admit it's mostly because I couldn't find my other Moomin books, at least not without exerting some form of effort. I decided to read this. It was a quick read, and I'm glad I did. Well, for one thing, I was entertained, but for another thing, I already knew that Pippi Longstocking was an inspiration for the character of Mimiko in Panda Ko Panda. I mean, for one thing, look at her hair. But, I mean, I'd seen some of the movies and some of one of the animated series, but when reading the descriptions of Pippi doing housework, it reminded me a lot of the way Mimiko did housework. So, okay, here's another banked task. Somewhat ironically, this is on the 3rd, the day I used a banked task already. But I want to finish these 2 books. This one here, of course, this is Hour of the Pumpkin Queen, about Sally Skellington, set in the Nightmare Before Christmas universe. It's a sequel to Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. And, of course, the Moomin book, which I already showed you. So, I think I can do this. If I don't throw up. Well, maybe if I do throw up, try to not throw up in the books. Actually, that's not entirely a banked task. I still have about 20 pages in here. Of course, you can't see it. It's this part that has the... yeah. So I guess that's today's task. Read the remaining 20 pages, huh?